Always a botch. Welcome to Talk Wrestling here on the Jeff Meacham Network, NoDQ.com, the Costume Studios, and the Great Cherry Brand. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Good to see Ray here. Hello, Ray. Good to see JJ here. Appreciate that, JJ. I did get all your messages. Just been trying to rest. So, yeah. Anyway, you can't hear me now? That's not good. If you can't hear me, okay, got it. Okay, just making sure. So, did not get a chance to watch NXT yet. Going to watch 8 o'clock. I just, honestly, I'm dealing with whatever's going on in the system, so I wanted to sleep as much as possible. Kind of sleep it off if I can, but I am going to watch 8 o'clock. I do know about the tag team, the women's tag team championship match, so that went well, apparently. But, yeah, so it's Tuesday. It's on all the brands. We're actually on the Greg Trey brand Twitter tonight, too. I figured I'd go ahead and click that one as well. What the hell? Get it out there as much as possible. If I had access to JJ's Twitter, I would do that, too. I just don't have it right now. So, anyway, hope all is going well for you guys. Hope you had a happy and safe 4th of July, wherever you were, whatever you were doing. I know there's a lot of turmoil in the country, and people were kind of not wanting to celebrate the 4th of July necessarily, and I totally get with that. I actually was here Did not watch fireworks for the first time in a very long time. So it's one of those things where it's like it sucked, and I didn't like the fact I didn't get to see fireworks live. Even walking out on the driveway or whatever. But it's just kind of like I'd rather rest and be ready to go for tonight, be ready for tomorrow, which we'll talk about, and be ready for the weekend. Definitely ready for the weekend. Matt, good to see you, sir. How are you? I'm doing well tonight. Well, I'm sick, but this is what it is. And everybody, yes, please, wherever you're watching this, be it nodq.com, Greg Cherry Brand, the Cutting Studios, or the Jeff Meacham Network, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed to all 4 of those yet. A lot of quality content coming up, as you saw in the July trailer. Of course, Aaron's going to be covering SummerSlam at the end of the month. Greg's got his the first ever tag team episode of Jack of All Trades, and a ton of stuff on my end, ton of stuff on JJ's end with his Disney month, Disney Renaissance month, I should say. So good stuff ahead for all. So hopefully everybody can get a chance to check out that stuff. And I did get a couple messages. I do realize that the trailer plug stuff that already aired. It's one of those, I didn't really feel like changing it. It aired on the first, it aired on the second, aired on the third, whatever. You guys can go back and watch it on demand, right? So feel free to do that. Beauty and the Beast, JJ reviewed that on Friday. We covered Money in the Bank, of course. JJ reviewed Lightyear on Saturday, and we did. JJ did his Warzone show, Weekly Actors Report, and then of course we did a double shot with JJ with his Latin review, and then our top 10 Will Smith songs, top 10 in the Fresh Prince GWF era, and top 10 in the Will Smith era. So a lot of cool stuff already. We're only on day 5, so be on the lookout for it. Chris is asking me if he is allowed to join in on the predictions part of it. Okay. So Chris, I go ahead and private message me if you can for stuff like this, just because being put on the spot when I'm trying to talk to the masses is a little daunting, but definitely I will definitely consider. It really depends who all shows up. We've got a watch along for Ring of Honor, Death Before Dishonor. We've got one for SummerSlam. We've got one for Ric Flair's last match. So a lot of stuff coming on. AEW is not having one, as far as I know, this month, as far as the pay-per-views. So I will get back to you. But yeah, please private message me, Facebook, Twitter, whatever the case may be. All right. Okay. Now I got my mom. Hang on one second. I'm on the air, but yes. 7 o'clock, Mom, Tuesday nights. Anyway, Ernie says, asked me, who is the worst wrestler I've ever met? Wow. That is, you're coming out of the chute hot and heavy. Well, I will say that because he used to be a wrestler, even though he wasn't wrestling in the ring, he wasn't performing in the ring full time when I met him. Probably either John Laurinaitis, or Josh Matthews. A couple of fine human beings. Just not the nicest of folks, either one of them. Just my experience with him. I've been very clear how I feel about Laurinaitis. Let's not front. But a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't realize that there's a lot more to the people than you see during the weekly or the daily, I should say, shows on internet or TV or whatever. Hello, CJ. Good to see you down there from Hot Atlanta. A lot of controversy with the Braves and the Dodgers here lately. Hopefully Freddie can get his proverbial shit together as far as his agent and get that all sorted out for himself. JJ says the worst is Joey Mercury and Batista. I have not met either one of them. I don't think in person. Maybe Batista. I also think you met Joey prior to his getting his own head clear, if I remember right, Jay, because it's people. Excuse me, all the hell. Excuse me, hell. Sorry, guys, I apologize. He does. He did want to be a Brave. That's the thing. He wanted to be he wanted to play in Atlanta, but the agent kind of duped him out of doing it. So we'll see. Do I see Moxley come back to WWE? Not anytime soon. He's happy where he is. Chris says, who can I see facing both Liv and Bianca? We'll get to SummerSlam when we get closer to SummerSlam. It's July 5th. SummerSlam is July 30th. Plenty of TV in between. There's a lot of Actually, there's not. I take that back. There's not a whole lot of choices, unfortunately. They've kind of reburied the women's division. So I have met Punk. I met Punk back in 2004. But again, I also met I met CM Punk prior to him. I met Punk myself in person when he was still the jaded indie jerk. Whereas I got wind later that he had been a better person as far as Punk goes. And he was very cordial to my dad. I guess he recognized the name when he signed the autograph for me at the NHL All-Star game. So I have no problem with Punk personally now. I never really did. It's just, having a bad night. It is what it is. Goldberg, I never met Goldberg in person. Interacted with him though. Was not a pleasant experience. And yes, JJ, you did meet Joey Mercury, but no excuse to call a fan trying to be polite. Wow. Well, there you go. Again, Joey Mercury was not was very outspoken back then and even now, from what I hear. I don't know. I've not heard much about Joey since his days with the Straight Society, and then when he was doing the gimmick with Rollins ended. So hopefully he's better. I really hope he's better. Hope he's doing better. What's the matter? My dog's in here looking at me like because she knows I'm sick. What's the matter, sweetheart? Huh? Poor girl. Anyway, yeah, I've not had the dubious distinction of meeting Goldberg in person, but I definitely wouldn't want to. He treated me and our my co-host on this show, the old show, the one you guys saw the trailer for, like absolute crap for no reason. Just hung up on us and was a dick. So, but yeah, Matthews and Laurinaitis, definitely those two guys. Josh Matthews, not Joey Matthews, Joey Mercury, of course. All right, so let me see. I don't think I loaded I meant to. I didn't load the graphics in like I meant to, so I'm going to go ahead and do that while I wait for more questions to come in. I did not, because I was not. Again, I apologize for the way this show is probably going to come off today. It's very lackluster because I feel lackluster. I've been trying to just drink all the orange juice and have water and just eat, what I can when I can. You wouldn't know it, but I'm not eating very well right now. So just trying to get through the days. I do want to go forward my plans this weekend and definitely next weekend as well. So we gotta get the old Meach man better. Well, hell with it. I'm not gonna worry about plugging today. You guys saw the plugs. A lot of cool stuff coming up. I'm gonna focus on you guys. What else you got for me? What's up? We got 20 people in the room. What do you guys got for me? What's going on there? And the majority of you are in Aaron's room, and I expect that. Where are you guys coming from today? But anyway, this poor dog. She's forlorn because I'm forlorn, right? Yes, definitely looking forward to being up there, dude. It sucks. Trying my damnedest. Hello, Dwayne. Good to see you. Ray, I'm not sure what question you're asking. I'm assuming you're talking about Alundra Blaze Medusa trashing the belt. She didn't burn the belt. That was a JBL thing on John Cena's championship belt. Back in 95, I thought it was the craziest thing I ever saw at the time, because you had the WWF Women's Champion showing up on Nitro and throwing the belt in the trash in front of God and everybody. That was crazy. It was so out of the norm for what had been going on in wrestling wrestling prior to that. Cody's thoughts on Maximum. Oh my God. Okay. I'm glad somebody asked me that. I haven't had a chance to talk about Ricker's gimmick. All these things you can do with these guys, right? You got Sean Ricker, Eli Drake, LA Knight, whatever you want to call him this week, right? The last official client of Percy Pringle / Paul Bearer. You got these two guys, Mansoor, who has been a recruit out of Country Redacted, as Noah would say, and Mace, who was part of that stupid group. I can't remember the name of that group, and off Retribution, I think. They couldn't do anything else with these guys. They have to just, I know they're trying. I am so sorry, you guys. This is terrible. There's so many different ways they could have done bringing Eli Drake, bringing Sean Ricker to SmackDown. But it seems like the penchant to change the gimmicks is just will always run rampant. I think that's so ridiculous. I really think it's silly. I don't understand why. I think the gimmick is very hokey. I think it's one of those, we're going backwards where everybody has to be an occupation. I think it's so silly. But again, they're working, then they're getting paid. So I guess I can't be too mad at the company. Get them something to do, right? All right. I'm a little confused at the wording of the question. He's asking me who the greatest wrestler is, and then he says, I remember the barn burner with RVD and Jerry Lynn. That was one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. And yes, I'm Rob's friend. But their series of matches in ECW was so well executed that very hard to find a bad match between those two guys as far as ECW. So definitely should have brought in Rick Bartel. There you go. Why not? JJ says, thoughts on the possibility of Theory defeating Lashley at SummerSlam to regain the U.S. Championship, then going on to cash in on the winner of Lesnar Reigns at the end of the night to become the undisputed WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I would be okay with that just for the sheer what the hell of it all, right? Like, nobody would expect that Theory would not only win the U.S. Championship back, but go on and cash in at the end of the night. Nobody would see that coming. It would be one of those what the F moments on a pay-per-view or premium live event, that would get the fans of the industry talking. Like, did you see what happened at SummerSlam last night? And the thing is, we still got to wait till the end of the month, which sucks. We got so much time to wait still, and there's so much cool stuff in between that it's just, I hope they do something that gets the wrestling world, the sports entertainment world, whatever the hell you want to call it, talking. I really do. Because they need something like that. They need a water cooler moment. I know that's an antiquated term for you youngins out there, but they need something that's going to get people to go to in SummerSlam's. I said I won't be school yet, but going to work the next day, going to wherever they're going the next day, be like, hey, did you see what happened? Like, holy shit. They need something, and I'm sorry, Cody, I disagree. I see all the hype with Theory. I think that guy has upside for not just days, but weeks, months, years. He's young. He's got a look. He's athletic as hell. And he's got a great gimmick. And the fact he's got an attitude, a big giant chip on his shoulder. I am all about Theory being that guy. I look forward to what he does in the future. Oh, all right. Whew, that was a lot of talking for Cam with $2 super chat. Thank you, Ken. Any heels I've met that were cool as that? Ironically, the same night I met CM Punk, I don't know if he was the heel in that match or Steve Corino, but I met Steve Corino, who was a perennial heel. He was very nice. He was super cool. I've been, I guess, fortunate, maybe, if that makes any sense, to have been able to work with a lot of people that, are heels, normally on TV or, in the majority of their time in the business, but they're wonderful off air. Miz is a great example, and JJ's bringing up Miz's Theory on Theory. So I think that I think Miz is one of the nicest guys I've ever met in wrestling, which something. Ken says hello, and that Steve Corino was a good heel in ECW. He was one of their best heels toward the end of that run. Absolutely. Are Seth and Becky's gimmicks annoying? Yep, they are annoying. But you know what? They're supposed to be. They're supposed to make you want to watch them get their butts kicked. So they're doing their job. I agree with JJ. 99.9% of the time, the people you meet from TV or whatever that are heels come off. I mean, great example. We were at SummerSlam. JJ helped me out. I think it was 2011. Maurice and Eve Torres were doing the meet and greet photo op together outside at Access at Staples Center. And Maurice was sweet as peach, and Eve was just kind of not standoffish, but definitely seemed like she would rather be elsewhere. I'm not trying to shit on her because I thought she was still nice, but Maurice was so much nicer. And I'm pretty sure the same year, Beth Phoenix and Alicia Fox were doing a they were paired up on the lineup there at Access, and Alicia Fox was a notorious biatch to us, where Beth was an absolute doll. Let's see. Daniel says, since Montez Ford is going to get a singles push, we've been told. And again, that's what you read on the dirt sheets or nodq.com. So just everything you read about current storylines, grain of salt, folks. Because just because it's said to be so doesn't mean it is so, right? I remember we were talking about that during Money in the Bank on Saturday. He's definitely a future main eventer, world champion, no doubt about it, Ken. Another great example, Hornswoggle or Swoggle, whatever he's called now. He was a grade A dick at Access the year we met him. So there you go. Yeah, a little bit. She's got issues a lot of people don't even understand. As far as get back to your question, Daniel, I don't think if they do split them up, I would see Montez as the heel just because he's got the charisma to pull it off. Whereas Angelo, I think, will struggle in a solo role. That was a puberty moment. Top 5 friends in the business. God, I don't even know anymore. Isn't that awful? I see so few people nowadays. Rob, definitely. A lot of indie guys, I guess, would be the right answer. I really don't know how to quantify the answer because I at least I've tried to be friendly with everybody I've met. So I don't know what qualifies as the top friend, like the biggest star. It's we're not. It's not like we're gonna go down to hang out at the house or whatever. Especially right now with COVID and whatever. But we see each other. Hey, how you been? It's bullshit for a few minutes and we move on. So not trying to answer that without sounding like a dick, and I'm sorry. Let's see. Ken said, yeah, and see, I would understand her being a little snooty or pissy because her line was crap. So I've not talked to Jack since he left for Mexico the first time. Briefly once on, I think, Messenger. But that kind of fell by the wayside, him being the extended family that we were looking for him to be. Is what it is. People move on, people grow apart. Just kind of is what it is. Just kind of learn to be more selective when it comes to having people be in our lives. And Jack was starting to really get himself over in the world of wrestling and indies, especially down in Mexico. So he wasn't going to be here, and that was what it was. Anyway, Ernie, that's kind of a loaded question, only because I brought up a similar topic a few months ago and I got railroaded for it. So it's very much a subjective, like on Dad's topic. But if you say Liv, you believe it. Cool on you. I don't disagree with Liv being very, very attractive, but it's one of those. It's a loaded question. Yes, we both did. JJ and I both did at the same time. We encountered Swoggle as, and we actually brought him a gift. JJ brought him a gift. I was just kind of there for it. And he was very indifferent, very just whatever. So I kind of tend to not give him a whole lot of quarter. And again, maybe that's me. And again, there you go. JJ has his opinion. CJ has his. All right, let's reel it back in, guys. Reel it back in. Come on now. I actually gonna go. It's almost the half hour, right? All right. I know I usually go 45, but I'm hurting y'all. I'm gonna stop early. I apologize for that, but I did want to bring this up. It's actually been out in the other room for a while. It came today. I didn't want to open it till I got to you guys here, so this is very special for me to have this. So bear with me here. Oh, okay, it's just out of the package. All right. Go ahead and so this will be worn coming up on a very big day for all of us here at No DQ and the network and the Casa, the Greg Cherry brand, but 15 years of Talk Wrestling. So July 16th. So a little less than 2 weeks. Very, very, very excited. Very, 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 very overused, right? I am unbelievably excited about this. I know it doesn't sound like it because I sound like shit right now, but yeah, I'm looking forward to celebrating a milestone. 15 years doing this show with Aaron, with JJ, and everybody. It's very, thank you, Jay. Yeah, it does. It came out really nice. I'm surprised, actually. I understand, CJ. Like I said, it's one of those. Talk Wrestling is still fun for me to do because of the extremely. There you go. Should be a good work. Yeah, Talk Wrestling is kind of hard to do when a lot of the current fan base doesn't watch the stuff, but it's cool. This show goes back all the way to 2007, and not exactly the nicest time in the history of the business as far as June of 07, but yeah, July 16th, 15 years of Talk Wrestling, just absolutely bonkers. Do I think Jericho should retire? Nope. He's doing well. He's doing fine. I'll tell you what though. I watched NWA Power today, and I was watching highlights from a few weeks ago, and they let a lot of people that have been around a long time get away with a lot of stuff because of their status as legends or all-time greats or whatever. And oofa, some of those were just not a happy sight. I will say that. You guys take that how you want. All right, I'm done. I can't. This dog is, but she needs to do the potty thing and definitely get some food. So I will say good night, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. Very much appreciate it. You guys feel free to talk to the chat room off air or whatever. I appreciate it, guys. I'm sorry for no. Definitely not a bully run. Not at all. Thank you all very much. I know I cut it short, and I'm sorry. I'll try to be better next week about it. I should be 100% next week. I'm trying very hard to be anyway. So have a great night. Have a great Tuesday. Again, hope you all had a safe 4th of July, and you have a great rest of your week. We'll see you tomorrow for my NWO members ranking, which will be coming up at 7 o'clock. In the Greg Cherry slot, so it'll be interesting. So Dwayne says 8-10-11 show NXT and 90 ideas who could be. I haven't seen NXT yet, so I'll have to see what it looks like. JJ says I think Jericho should retire by 2025 and just move him into a managerial role. He got the gift of gab. He's got the gift of gab to get people over, but should step away from every action. I'll co-sign on that. All right, guys, have a good night.